if I don't do this now, like I'm just gonna end up like this for the rest of my life. And then I just think about that and I'm like, no, I don't want to be a bum for the rest of my life. I like to stay clear away from self-help advice that puts the blame on other people. They're not 6 foot and then they're just like, wow, like what am I gonna do? I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. Or they're like, yeah, like my face is bad. I'm never gonna be able to do anything in my life. Like I should just kill myself. Like I see that so much and I'm just like, damn bro, like you need to get out there and experience the real world, man. Well, actually my whole life growing up, I was made fun of for being short. If it's something you can change, take the steps to change it. If it's something you can't change, it's hard, it's difficult, don't get me wrong. Like it's a challenge, but after a certain point, you have to love yourself and you have to accept yourself.
Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to the Long-Term Podcast. I'm your host, Advin Villa. Today, we have a University of Alberta student and content creator who's building confidence, discipline, and a voice of his own, both online and in real life. His journey is all about learning, growing, and sharing the mindset shifts that have helped him step into a better version of himself every day. Kempes Pandey, everyone. We will discuss self-help, fitness, self-confidence, and how each one shapes the way he lives, creates, and connects with others. Kempes is a great person. I've gotten close to him ever since the podcast we did back in March. We filmed that, and now it's a second one. And just being in his dances and seeing him work in real life, he is a phenomenal person. I'm very inspired by what he does and what he stands for. This podcast and just like the long-term in general, this brand wouldn't be what it is today without Kempes. He is a person that I'm immensely thankful for. In this episode, he gives so much phenomenal advice about insecurity, how to deal with that. If you have insecurities that are about your height and about what you can do with that and just living your best life. I think this episode will help you. Everybody, welcome, Kempes Pandey.
All right. Oh, we're rolling.
Welcome
nice.
Welcome to the Long-Term Podcast.
Long term. Keep it long term, baby.
Kempes Pandey, everyone. Sure, he doesn't really need an introduction.
Hi, guys.
So, what experiences or moments in your life pushed you towards self-improvement and personal growth?
All right, straight into it. Honestly, it's been times where like I'm just like absolutely rock bottom, like I'm just bumming away, just rotting in my room where I'm just like, dude, I can't live the rest of my life like this. Like this is just miserable. And it's moments where I'm like really sad or really lazy or just in like a cycle of like destructive habits where I'm just like, I'm dropping all this stuff. I'm starting brand new page and just working towards the things I want to work towards. Yeah.
Does that happen still? Like when you're like down in the dumps, like in your room?
Yeah, it does. Sometimes like I do get into ruts and I'm just like being like really lazy and, not doing the things that I know I should. And I'm just in a really bad headspace. And then I'm just like, no, like I need to switch something up. And I feel like what helps me is just like, I guess just remembering what I want from this life and like the goals I need to achieve. Like it's super easy to just, like say your goals, but it's even harder to actually stick to them. So that's why I like always try to remind myself like what I'm doing, everything that I'm doing for. Yeah.
It seems that like when you go through these ruts, like eventually you hit like a threshold where, hey, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And you maybe hit the gym or maybe start filming content, do the studying. Like what propels you? Is there like a mental shift? Is that just out of habit for you to just muster up the courage? Because I've been there all the time too. And some parts of me just wants to keep going down that self-pity,
Yeah.
kind of self-annihilation,
Yeah.
right? Where I'm like, even this week, it's just there's times where I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
you know that it's good for you to
Yeah.
actually get out of bed and actually do the
Yeah.
work, but you're so just comfortable, but you're so comfortable, it's uncomfortable. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like how do you get out of there, man?
Okay. Well, for me, like sometimes it is just like sheer effort, sheer force, where I'm just like, if I don't do this now, like I'm just gonna end up like this for the rest of my life. And then I just think about that and I'm like, no, I don't want to be a bum for the rest of my life. But other times, sometimes I actually feel the motivation to want to hit the gym. I'm like, hey, it's been a while. Let me go hit the gym. And then, you do one thing, like you do one difficult task and it kind of builds your momentum and like your confidence to just keep going and work even harder. So for me, I find when I'm in like a really like bad rut or whatever, and then I start posting videos, like that just motivates me to like remember who I am.
Yeah, it seems that action is the antidote to anxiety.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Like when you take the actions to the things that make you,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be a student, if you want to be a PhD student one day, you need to take steps in order to achieve that, or else you're just running in the wrong direction. If you want to get huge, you hit the gym. And if you want a peace of mind, maybe meditation. I think if you leave it to your own kind of, if you really want to do something right now, usually it's the bad thing,
Instant gratification.
Yeah. Often
No more gooning, guys. No more
no
gooning.
more, none of that. Often the thing that is hard to do and the thing that's right, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't really want to go to the gym, but I need to. I don't really want to study, but I need to complete that assignment. I need to get a good grade on that midterm, or else I'm gonna be fucked. Yeah.
That's how I think about it too. I just think like if I can't do this difficult thing now, then I'm just gonna be a person who always takes the easy way out. So that's why in moments where I'm like, I don't want to study, I do not want to fucking open up this textbook and go through these notes. Like, who's trying to learn about Monte Carlo algorithm? Do you even know about that?
No.
I don't even know about it. And I'm literally in computer science. But anyways, yeah. So, and then I just think like, if I cannot study right now, like I will never be able to. So that's why I'm just like, I have to do it. I have to do this thing.
Because there's all these things that we're going to tell ourselves that, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it at an even number, on the clock. Like I'll just watch videos for now. There's never going to be perfect time.
Exactly.
Like with anything, right?
Yeah.
With starting content, with hitting the gym, with studying, with having that tough talk with that loved one. If you don't do it now, like you're never going to do it. So now is the answer.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like,
exactly. Guys, go for it right now at this very moment.
Right now.
One thing I learned is that like your brain keeps tally on all your actions. So you may not think about it like that, but every time you do like short-term like dopamine activity, your brain tells itself you're the type of person that only looks for short-term dopamine. So in order to like rewire your brain and kind of, change your identity, you have to keep doing hard things so that your brain realizes, okay, I'm someone that's capable of doing difficult things, like studying, like going to the gym, like being consistent, like being disciplined.
Yeah. It's like with a friend. If you have a friend that never shows up, they say one thing and then does the opposite thing, and they are unreliable. When you ask that friend to do something, you're not gonna trust them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy, Advin, he's super reliable. It's because you've proved to him that, it's just not, this isn't the type of person to be trusted. And it's the same thing, the relationship with yourself. If you tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna try to do this, and then things get tough and you opt out, you're the type of person to go about a difficult thing and go back out when it gets tough. You're the type of person to make plans and opt out when it comes to it. Because like that's just the relationship with yourself, I'd argue, is like much more important.
Yeah.
Right? How you talk to yourself, how you show up. And if you establish goals, you need to reach them.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, they don't even like, know themselves. They don't even know why they feel what they feel.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why they're stuck in the perpetual loops that they're in.
How do you filter out which self-help advice is actually useful versus what's just noise on the internet? Because I know you're big onto that, right? You're all about self-improvement, and you're putting yourself out there, and you show people, hey, to not take themselves seriously, and you reflect a lot. Like, but how do you know which path to choose or which information?
Okay, well, in that regard, for me, when it comes to self-help advice, I always like to look for advice that specifically applies to me, my situations, and like how much I can relate to it, right? And let me try and think of an example. Okay, yeah, like for example, like I'm in computer science, so I probably wouldn't listen to, the studying advice of someone that's in a different major, because I kind of feel like even though there are a lot of similarities between like studying, like there's definitely different ways of learning depending on your major. You know what I mean? And also I like to stay clear away from self-help advice that puts the blame on other people. You know what I mean? Like because there's a lot of like self-help gurus online who like to, paint their audience as like victims of like society. And I don't know, I don't really like that, because I feel like at the end of the day, you have to be accountable for yourself, and you have to, watch after your own actions, and you can't blame anyone else for the situation you're in. Like, obviously, life is unfair. Everyone has cards that they're dealt with, and, you might not be dealt like the best hand, but the reality is that's just like the situation for your average person. And you have to understand that, and you can't fall into that that like victim mindset, I guess.
Bad things do occur, and in a way we are all victims onto life. Like there's not a person that lives a year even and hasn't gone through just tumultuous times of just being treated badly. And especially if you're an adult, there's going to be some negativity. There's going to be a lot of things that you don't agree with, and you're going to be mistreated in some cases. But like, you can either look at that from, oh, I'm a victim, like the world is trying to get after me, I'm suffering, or you can go about it as, okay, yeah, sure, it happened, but what can I do about it? Like, take accountability for it.
Literally.
And what did I have to do with the problem? Like, maybe if it's like a negative interaction, maybe I wasn't nice enough as well. Maybe it was the tone of my voice. Maybe I should have asked, how are you, instead of just requesting the favor. Maybe I was actually disrespectful. Because the people that I've met that have been the most miserable were the ones that like were constantly pointing fingers and going, yeah, it's their fault. Like, it's the world's fault. But you don't have any control over what other people are thinking and doing. Like, focus on what you can control. And like the people that I've met that exercise their own will and their own kind of like willpower and effort, they're the ones that place blame onto themselves. Not too much, because you don't want to do it too much too. You want to be able to look at your own actions as well, and those people are a lot more free. I'd say.
No, 100%. Can I get a little political right now?
Sure.
I guess a more specific example is like, I've kind of seen a rise in like a lot of like incel like content, and also like, I guess those like a red pill like macho alpha male dudes, which is like there's no problem with being conservative. I'm specifically talking about those dudes that like will blame all their problems on women, and like those guys that complain about, you know, never like being able to talk to girls at all. And it's like, dude, have you looked at yourself?
Yeah.
Like maybe there's a reason why you're not landing many dates, right? So, and I kind of feel like sometimes you have to step back, take a look at yourself, and you know, understand why you're in the position that you're in.
Yeah. Like they're not talking to you for a reason.
Yeah.
And okay, if it's not your looks,
Yeah.
maybe it's the way you come off.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like within. Do you just have the wrong values? Do like women find you sketchy? Or is it actually your looks? Like, are you just eating pizza till 2 a.m. every night and playing Fortnite?
But you know here's the thing about that too. I know I see this so much. There's so many couples where the dude looks like an ogre, like just chopped as hell. And then the girl is like a 10 out of 10, like
I seen that
beauty. You know what I mean? So explain to me how these dudes that look questionable at best are, you know, with these baddies.
And they even, to take that a step further, like when they have children with those baddies, and it's like they're in like their 40s, and they have an entire family, and they're extremely happy. And it's like, you're telling me that it's like all about looks, and there's chads out here, and they're, you know, taking 80% of the woman. It's like, no, man. Like,
this is like kind of getting into like, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called like black pill.
Black pill. I have heard of it. Yeah, but I think they go hand in hand with red pill, right?
Kind of. I feel like they share some like similar ideologies, but not all the way there. Not all the way there. But I think black pill is basically like looks are like the only thing that matter, or the thing that matters the most in life, and it's like your greatest determiner of success in all aspects.
Yeah, like money, status, and just like getting a job.
I kind of see where they're coming from a bit, but I just feel like these dudes be taking it like way too far sometimes. Like, just to keep it brief, I don't know if you've heard of this guy Clav. He's been doing like steroids, peptides, and he's getting like a double jaw surgery. He's been doing this since like he was 14.
I've seen him on my feed. Yeah, I've seen that guy. He's actually a good looking guy.
Yeah, he is a good looking guy. But so I'm not even, he's definitely put in a lot of work to get to where he is.
But I'm sure mentally, you know, maybe it's not all sound.
Not all there.
Yeah, because like you make that your entire identity. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, but he could be happy. I don't want to make assumptions.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, dude, it's a shame, hey, that people. It seems to be like a common trend that when you place your blame on other people. I think
that's like the new wave of self-help, like you know, this looks maxing, like black pill stuff, and I think there are some aspects that are good. Like obviously, I think you should definitely do your part to look your best, look professional. Like, look at you, man, with the suit, got the hair done and stuff. Like you look good, right? But then these people are talking about like, you know, your orbital distance, your maxilla, like your ramus, like these terms, like I feel like they mean nothing in the real world.
No, they don't. I'm like, nobody. I think the average person like has no idea what those terms mean, but like all the people in that community, they know what it means because they're studying it. Instead of like actually focusing on what they can control, they just go and like, like it's because their jawline and like the incisions, their body fat percentage. It's like, bro, going back to what you said, there's dudes out there who are like are literally Shrek in real life, you know, and they're with a 10 out of 10 Margot Robbie, you know, but then again, right, we focus too much on looks when at the end of the day, yes, it does matter, but at the end of the day, they fade, bro. Yeah. Like the most attractive people that you know right now, they're going to get old. Yeah. You know, their time's going to pass. And what's most important is like how you make others feel. Like if you like, there's been so many people in my life that make me feel me, like just seen. And that's not because they're good looking. You know,
Yeah.
that's not because they
Literally.
have like a jawline and they're 6 feet and they make 100 grand. It's just because they listen to me. You know, like there's some attractive and there's some non-attractive people that are living their best lives because they just treat other people
literally
good.
And I think that matters way more. Like, okay, obviously in terms of like dating, and I guess in general, being attractive definitely helps. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. Like, being attractive will definitely open more doors for you, but just because you're not doesn't mean that like your life is over. Like, I see this so much where people are just like, you know, they're not 6 foot, and then they're just like, wow, like, what am I gonna do? I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. You know, or they're like, yeah, like my face is bad. I'm I'm never gonna be able to do anything in my life. Like, I should just kill myself. Like, I see that so much, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like you need to get out there and experience the real world, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But just to wrap this topic up, as far as self-help advice goes, I think you should seek advice that you can relate to and that speaks to you. And because if you can't draw like a personal connection to it, I feel like it's not really going to resonate with you, and it's not really going to push you toward any action.
Yeah. And to wrap this up too, I have one of my closest friends. He's like when you go to the bar, this is the type of guy where he doesn't have to say anything. Girls flock to him.
Yeah.
You ever have one of those friends?
Yes.
And like he doesn't even say anything. They want to kiss him. They want to like give him their numbers, Instagrams.
Yeah.
But this guy has the worst social anxiety I've ever had in my life.
No way.
Yeah. And same way where I know the flip side of that is like, I know this guy, he's not the best looking.
Yeah.
But he's had like 10 girlfriends, like relationships, and they're breaking hearts. Yeah. And it's like, these are like the opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. But like most people, we're in the middle. You know what I mean? We're not too good looking, not too ugly, but at the same time, like you can like try to get a relationship. You're gonna get rejected a lot, and you have to be comfortable with that. I know
you need to find a balance.
I know this one guy, and he's a gym bro, and he's like pretty built. Yeah. And he's gone on like 20 dates in the past couple of years. Yeah. And like he hasn't landed a girlfriend, but he still like maintains the heart for it. He's like, I just haven't found the right one.
Exactly.
Like,
man.
And I see him at the gym, and like, of course he's still sad about it, like not getting a girl. Yeah. But he's still like, it's not the end of the world.
Literally.
You know? Yeah.
Like these dudes, I don't know, they give up on themselves, and then they just become so bitter towards the whole world. And it's like sad to see. Like I've seen people in comment sections be like, dude, I'm 5'9", I'm 5'8", bro. It's over. I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. And I'm like, I do not feel bad for you, bro. Like how do you? That's literally like, that's the average height. And these dudes think it's over for them. I don't know. I just feel like it's it's
a mind virus, bro.
It's a mind game. Like if you tell yourself like, like I'm ugly, I'm unconfident, I'm never gonna be able to get a girlfriend, you will never get a girlfriend. It's over for you.
That's true.
If you put yourself in situations where you're talking to people and you tell yourself, hey, like sometimes it might work out, sometimes it might not, then guess what? You will probably get a girlfriend. Yeah.
If you charge into battle with a losing mentality, you've already lost. Yeah. Like if like, let's say you're in like a boxing match and you're like, that other person's gonna win already. I've already lost. It's like, bro, like you haven't even given yourself a chance. Yeah. Like, and every day you get an opportunity to meet new people and to be yourself and to get better, whether it be working out, whether it be academically, whether it be your knowledge with history. There's something that you can do to put yourself on the map, to make others known that you are, competent.
100%.
So what's one mindset shift that generally changed how you show up every day?
Well, I've really learned the importance of now. Like right now. This is the only moment that exists, right? Because I feel like it's a really easy. I used to do this a lot. where I think about the past. I'm just like, dang, I miss how things used to be. I miss this girl. I miss this group of friends. I, get wrapped up in this web of like nostalgia. And then that just causes me to not enjoy the present moment and realize the time that I'm spending right now is literally the time that like 2 years down the line, I'm going to think back to and be like, wow, like this was great. Why didn't I appreciate it when I was in that moment? And even then, like, even with the future, right? Like so many people are anxious about things that haven't even happened yet, that things that they haven't even seen. And, they are just wrapped up in possibilities of like, what if things don't work out? What if I fail? What if like, nothing happens with my life? And it's like, well, you don't know that. But the only thing you do know is now. Like, this is the only moment that you have. So when there's times where I'm like about to record a video and I'm just like, no, I can't do it. Like, I'm nervous. I'm scared. Like, people don't think I get scared, bro. I get nervous, bro. My heart is like thumping, but I'm just like, this is a moment you will never get again. So either you do it now or it'll never happen. And then I'm just like locked in. I go for it.
Dude, now is the time. And I think, yeah, dude, seeing you in action, a lot of people like think, oh, this guy just doesn't experience social anxiety. But like the first time we filmed kind of just on campus, like, yeah, this guy was telling me his heart was thumping.
You
and he
felt
just
my heart, bro. That shit was like 200 beats per minute. Yeah.
But at the same time, you are like making it happen because you have an idea and like it's all fun and games in our heads, right? Like, yeah, it's really cool if I did that dance or if I just put myself out there, it kind of looks goofy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, then what are they gonna think? And like all these worst case scenarios happen, and then that prevents you from taking action. And for majority of people, they don't jump off the cliff because it's too scary.
They get in their own head, bro. You overthink it so much, you just don't do it.
Yeah. And then expand that. And if that happens every day, years go by, decades go by. Next thing you know, you're 40. And it's like, you don't know where life went. And you just let your emotions dictate kind of how it goes out. Like, what if you just asked that girl? What if you just filmed that TikTok? What if you just worked out, showed up to the gym? Because I also hear this with a lot of people. I don't know if like people are gonna judge me at the gym. And I'm like, bro, like literally no one cares.
Yeah.
Like
I hear that too. A lot of my friends are like, I don't want to go into the gym.
No one cares about if you go to the gym. Like yes, some people do care and they're judgy. But
some people are assholes. Let me say it. Some people are miserable.
You know what? Those people shouldn't be your friend.
Yeah.
Like I get like Kempes and I, we get hate online for, ever since I've started doing the shenanigans ever since I've kept the movements on campus.
Bro, I saw one comment that was like, yo, you're fucking 25 doing interviews. How is that a diss? How is that an insult? How is that something to put you down?
I don't know, man. There's some people will like think up of ways to put you down. Like, yeah, I really like the fit, and then vomit face or like some racist stuff. But it's like, that's how you're making it. That's how it's not just your friends watching.
Yeah.
That's like, I was talking with my buddy. I'm like, yeah, man, like this hate's really kind of getting to me. But then it's like, it's a sign that, oh, you're reaching people that don't know you. Because you talk to us, like majority of people, we kind of just get along with them.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's like a complete stranger, you just assume everything. Yeah. Like you guys see Kempes dancing. Oh, this is a guy that is disruptive. This is a guy that doesn't care what anybody think. Maybe he's egotistical. But guys, this guy is actually very genuine. And I wouldn't have him on the show the second time. I invite him to all the events that I throw.
Thanks, Advin.
Yeah, bro. It's very genuine guy. And
They
then,
got me blushing and shit.
dude, I actually have some people ask me,
Yeah.
like, is Kempes genuine?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course, man. Of course. What makes you say he's not?
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just his videos. I'm like, where do you sense that he's not? Like, I don't know. People just make up shit in their heads.
Yeah, no. I
And,
mean, I
like-
get it though, because they see what I do, and then they're just like, okay, this guy is definitely an act, which is, I agree, it definitely is an act.
I think to an extent, it is an act. You know,
Yeah.
you are like, people don't, like, even in this podcast, you don't really know how we interact outside of the camera.
Yeah.
Like the podcast, like probably you kind of get to see an essence of like who we really are,
Mhm.
how we interact.
Mhm.
But like one-to-one interaction or like how we go in a group, you don't really know us.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You just know the character of us. You can try to get to know us like through this podcast or just like watching through the videos. There's like fragments of yourselves, but it's just not enough information.
Yeah.
You know? So you can't make assumptions.
Yeah, like people come to these like preconceived notions, and you know, like, I don't know. I would say some people assume the worst, but some people also assume the best. But I mean, I guess that's just how it is for like anyone that puts themselves out there online, right? Like, it's like you never know like what they're like in reality. But I will say, to a certain degree, I think everyone is always putting on an act,
Yeah.
because that's just what society is.
Yeah.
Society.
Unless we're like, it's like the Truman Show. Would you ever do that? Would you ever do like, that's an idea I
Oh my
have, bro.
God.
Like a Truman, like we do like a week straight where like there's a camera
Just
like all live constantly,
Oh
like
my
as
God.
you sleep, like when you're in the
Actually,
washroom, like
yeah.
a week. Like how does this person truly
Yeah,
like act?
that would be.
But but
that
at
would
the
drive
same
me insane.
but at the same time it wouldn't be authentic, you know, because like you know.
Yeah.
But like to make it truly authentic is when you don't know.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
what if I do a little big prank on you?
Oh my God, I will kill
Oh,
you, bro.
how would you even do that? We'd have to
Okay.
get your family in there, friends, to
As-
constantly be recording everything.
Yeah, no. As long
Unlock.
as you don't record me when I'm in my room, go for it.
Wonder what happens in this guy's room. All the good things, all the good.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
He's probably donating to charity.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably
You
like
know,
thinking of like writing love letters.
I like to keep my philanthropy side, you know, I like to keep that to
you don't-
myself. I have like a very deep,
Yeah.
like philosophical, like I'd be writing like poetry in my room, you
don't
know.
want to disclose it to the general audience,
it's a little
right?
personal, so you know that stuff in my
Guys.
room. Oh, and also the gooning too, right? Like,
But 6 reels out of this podcast.
yeah,
I only usually do
yeah.
3. But
Yeah,
like, I feel like there's so
yeah.
many.
No,
many
we had
clippable moments.
some juicy moments. Hey, you
Yeah.
definitely need to clip the clav part.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you that would blow up.
Yeah. Okay. I have to clip the clav part. So what role does fitness play in your life as a student and content creator?
Dude, honestly, fitness is very important to me because not even gonna lie, like, and I guess this kind of ties back to the previous topic, looks maxing, but genuinely getting into the gym, getting ripped, getting shredded, you know, and looking sexy has definitely improved my confidence on all fronts. Like, I would say going to the gym has made making content easier because I feel good to put myself, like my face, my image out like on the internet. And I kind of feel like if I wasn't hitting the gym, you know, I wouldn't be that confident about how I look. Like, you know, I wouldn't say I'm super fine, but you know, I would say like I'm decently attractive. You know, I don't like to toot my own horn or anything, but also with fitness too, like fitness is just another avenue of like building like discipline and you know, yeah, I guess discipline. Going to the gym consistently has, I feel like, made me be more consistent in other aspects of my life. And I kind of feel like you can relate to that too, right? Because this guy is a beast, like a genuine demon. I cannot be doing the stuff he does. My cardio is absolutely atrocious. Yeah.
We ran around campus a
I
little
was
bit.
huffing and puffing, man. I
That was
could not
fun.
even
That
do
was
that.
fun. But yeah, bro, it's like the gym is so important. It doesn't even have to be the gym. You could go biking, go for a walk, like do
Yeah.
something to get your mind, off of
You
like
gotta
the
get your body
overthinking,
moving.
How you build muscle, and then when you build the muscle, you can just lift better,
Mm-hmm.
and you can like look better, you feel better,
Mm-hmm.
and it floods into the other aspects of your life, like what you said about that, because like you just study better, you show up to class more, you're more comfortable speaking to people face to face. Overall, it's like what they talk about with preventing like all diseases,
Yeah.
right? You've never heard anyone go, yeah, exercise less, unless like it's like a straight addiction.
Yeah.
But if you do it moderately, if
Yeah.
you do it properly,
3-4 times a week,
Yeah.
eat right.
yeah,
Yeah.
then you're gonna be healthier than 90% of the population.
I mean, think about our ancestors, right? They were moving. They were moving for days on end just to get a little taste of a little woolly mammoth. Actually, I didn't even know if humans were alive when woolly mammoths.
Were they? I think they were.
Probably. Or like some subgenre of humans. But yeah, like our ancestors were moving, and there's like very clear like science that like there's a lot of brain benefits. Like I would say the gym also provides me with like mental clarity and peace. And I also feel a sense of accomplishment hitting the gym. And if I'm being honest, the reason why I got into fitness the way I did is because, after COVID, I was just snacking like crazy. I used to eat this thing called Oreo cereal. Yeah, I'd literally just put Oreos in milk. And no. Okay, I'd have like the little, it was like Vector. It was like the one, it's like Frosted Flakes, but it's like a little crunchier.
Yeah, I have
the
Vector. Yeah, it's for like,
so
it's
I'd have
marketed
that.
towards sports people.
Mhm,
Yeah, for high
mhm.
protein.
Yeah, it's so good. And I'd have that, and then I'd crush up like 8 Oreos, throw that in there. I don't even know how many calories that is, but I'd have that like every day, like probably twice a day for COVID. And your boy was packing a couple pounds. And I remember I hopped on FaceTime with my friends. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? I was so happy to talk to him. And then they're just like, geez, man, what happened to you? You're fat. And I was just like, I don't think I'm that fat. And they're like, no, I can't even look at you. And I was just like,
I can't be friends with you anymore.
Yeah, literally. And then after that moment, I started hitting the gym. So in hindsight, like, I guess they did get me to where I am now in terms of fitness. Do I wish they were a little nicer about it? Yes. And to the fat people out there, let me say this. Controversial opinion. I think it's okay to be fat. It's okay to be a little chubby. As long as you're healthy, right? I think you should still be going to the gym no matter who you are. You should still be doing cardio at least like 3 times a week, no matter who you are, because it's literally even if you're not going for the looks, it's just the health benefits. So yeah, but yeah, I kind of feel like, fat people get hated on a lot. And, in no way am I saying like, yeah, like you should be morbidly obese, but like, take it easy on yourselves. We all got our stuff going on, and just because you got a little bit of pudge, don't hate yourself. Yeah.
Adding shame and guilt to the mix,
It doesn't help.
it doesn't help. Like when you're chastising yourself over something with anything, right? It doesn't help you in the long run. Like whether it be your grades and especially your body, it's like you're not gonna be more motivated to work out more if you're calling yourself names.
Literally.
I think it works for a small minority of people where they call themselves names and then they are motivated to hit the gym. But for whenever you ever change your mind because somebody was yelling at you and calling you names, it's the same thing when you do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? When you're nice to yourself and you go, hey, it's okay, but I'm going to do better. You have some little bit of self-compassion, right? Because I think words, man, you're just casting a spell on yourself.
Yeah. They're powerful.
Yeah, they're very powerful. And so the quality of your happiness is determined by the quality of your thoughts. You make up your own reality, and like that can trudge towards delusion, right? You don't want to be there. It needs to be rooted in concrete evidence that you are who you say
Mhm.
you are,
Mhm.
right? And if you want to be a fat guy and you're completely happy with that, granted it's healthy, so what? Who's stopping
Yeah.
you? You're happy, you're healthy.
Literally.
But if yes, if it's unhealthy and it's interfering with your everyday life and your
Mm.
confidence and it's taken away from who you are, then maybe change a little bit. And if you don't want to change, so be it, right? But no one's gonna make you do things. You only have it in yourself. Going back to accountability. So how do you stay consistent on days when motivation feels low?
Hmm. I guess I just like to remind myself, like, sometimes I'm not gonna feel like it. Sometimes I'm not gonna want to get out of bed. Sometimes I don't want to film. Sometimes I'm like looking at what I just recorded and I'm just cringing out so hard. And then I just remember, like, hey, so you're gonna feel unconfident, you're gonna feel unmotivated, you're gonna there's gonna be days where you just feel bad, but it doesn't matter because you have to show up regardless because you're not doing all of this based on how you feel in the moment. You're doing everything that you're doing for the long-term results.
Long term, baby.
Long term, right?
Yeah.
I'm so when I think about that, when I'm just like, yo, I don't want to do this, I don't want to post this, da 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 da. I'm just like, no, because I'm not in it for the now. I'm in it for, like, the potential that my efforts will pay off. And the only way to know if your efforts will pay off if you're actually putting them in. So yeah, when I'm not feeling motivated, I try to think of the bigger picture and I remind myself what my goals are and what I want to achieve.
Do you take action now? That's how you kind of make sure you're not ruminating on it as much.
Mhm.
And then to make sure that you're not overthinking and you calm yourself down in times of insecurity, because we're all going to feel that. You remind yourself of the bigger picture, why you're doing this. And it's such a lovely way of going about things because like they do kind of go against the each other where it's like, oh, there's no payoff right now, right? And like certain modalities where, okay, when you do get that talk to that person, there's always like that, oh, she likes me or she doesn't, or I got that person's number. But in like a lot of things, like sometimes it takes a little bit of waiting, some patience, right? Where like the gym, you're not gonna see it now, but you're gonna see it like maybe
A
a couple
month.
weeks later, a
Yeah.
month, maybe even a year, right? And it's just reminding yourself why you're doing this and seeing the evidence from the people prior to you that, oh, this is the steps to take. And then you can succeed by following what people have already done. Because
Have you read Atomic Habits?
I have read that like 3 times. I love that. It's like you
Sorry,
are.
I interrupted. Keep going.
No. But like I was pretty much done. I love that book. It's so. What's one lesson from the gym that translates perfectly into real life?
Hard work pays off. Yeah. I mean, like, in first year, I remember I felt like pretty insecure because I was like kind of still a little chubby. And I committed myself to like going to the gym like every single day because I was like, dude, I need to be happy with like how I look. Like I need to improve my, self-confidence. So literally that year, like I was skipping class just so I could go to the gym like first thing in the morning. And by the time May rolled around, like I was I was so happy with how I looked. And literally it just took that year of just like sticking to it, grinding. Like, yeah, there were days where I was like, I felt sad. Like I felt like I didn't even want to go to the gym, but I was like, I have to. I have no choice. And um it paid off because that summer I was on a mad one. So yeah, it was yeah, I think if you consistently put in the effort towards your goals and chase after what you want to get after, um life will, it may reward you, it may not reward you, but at least at the end of the day you did everything you could to
Yeah.
get to what you wanted.
over a long enough time frame, you get what you deserve. If you're the type of person that shows up to the gym every day, you're gonna build muscle. If you're the type of person that skips the gym, you're not gonna build muscle. If you're eating Oreos every day and with Vector and dousing it with milk 3%, then
I will stand by my Oreo cereal. That shit was good as fuck. I would recommend all you guys try it.
Do you still dabble in a little bit sometimes? Little cheat meals?
Yes. No. Okay, now that like I'm kind of like at like my desirable like body weight and like musculature, like I would say I have a decent physique. So now, yeah, like I kind of like I eat whatever. Actually, I started seeing this girl, but
Ooh.
since I've been seeing her, literally we've been eating out like every other day, and it's just been bad. But yeah, no,
Are you paying for every meal?
Here and there.
50-50.
Not 50-50, like I would say like 70-30.
Good.
Cause it's like, I don't know, I want to pay. I want to, do that for her, but it's up to her. Like, always leave it up to her,
The man provides.
Yeah, I would say so, but it's hard. I'm unemployed right now, so yeah.
Hey, but he's
tough.
making it work. He saved enough money for this for the winter season.
But yeah, going back to the original topic, I try to eat like pretty consistently most days, like but yeah, I do definitely have my cheat meals, and it's okay to eat out. I know you though. This guy is so strict on his eating, bro. No fast food at all, man. Like, it's crazy.
I do slip up here and there though.
Yeah.
But like, I think back then I used to chastise myself. I used to go, "Oh, you're so gross. You're disgusting," and it just like it was really bad for my mental health.
Yeah.
Like last night I slipped up.
What'd you eat?
I ate a couple pizzas, some spaghetti. And I never
disgusting.
I know.
Are you serious?
I know, bro.
I'm so ashamed of you.
I'm gonna clip
pig.
I'm gonna clip this to make you look so bad and be like Kempes revealed, calling me names my own podcast. But I think I just don't call myself names, and it's just like, oh wow, I feel actually like healthier.
Yeah.
And I'm just having that bandwidth to be able to like, and I'm just it's be okay if I did that.
It's okay to eat out here and there.
If I did that every day and then I showed up to this podcast, like, and I can't even fit in this chair, I hope you tell me. I hope you tell me, hey, dude, hey, Advin, you need to smarten up.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, you have been
really
packing a couple pounds.
Am I packing it, guys?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, my jaw's going away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think absolutely it's okay to, treat yourself once in a while, have that little guilty pleasure. But yeah, it's all about self-control and balance.
Yeah. And then of course, if you're the type of person to just balloon and have no control, then maybe you have a strategy in place.
Yeah.
Like when you go in the store, you don't go past the cookie section, right? You don't bring it to your house.
I'm guilty of that because like sometimes like I'm like, okay, like I want to lose weight like really fast. So I stick to like a very strict diet of like, 1,800 calories, 1,500 for like 5 days. And like by the time the 5 days is done, dude, I'll be going crazy at A&W. Like I get like 5 burgers.
Yeah.
Like,
because then you limit yourself so much so that when it does,
you just lose all the self-control because you're just hungry. You're like, I'm a beast. Yeah.
And you do what's best for you, right? If you're the type of person to have good outcomes in intermittent fasting, if you're the type of person to not to feel satiated just with meat, with low carbs, and go with that, but try something. There's always something for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like I used to give out advice where it's like, yeah, this is the right way. You need to do cardio. You need to go to the gym. But it's like, dude, there's so many things that you can do that's different that can work for you that may not work for another person.
Yeah. You have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Because yeah, like this goes back into the other topic with the self-help advice. Like, what's the point of advice if you're not actually going to use it? You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I think it's always better to do what's best for you, because then you're actually going to do it. You're actually going to want to do it, which
True.
is like the biggest thing.
Mm. Uh, so growing up or even now, what has been the biggest challenge to building strong self-confidence?
Um, Let me think. The biggest challenge that self-confidence. Um, well, growing up, I was insecure about a couple things. One of them, honestly, my height. And I feel like I didn't really feel it till I guess like high school. Well, actually my whole life growing up, I was made fun of for being short. Like, so it's just always been a thing, right? And then in first year, like I think that was like the lowest like my self-esteem was. And I just
In university?
yeah, like
Mhm.
first year, like I went through like a really bad breakup, and like my confidence was at an all-time low, and I was just trying to figure out like, like who I was, and like, I was just trying to be happy with myself. And honestly, the biggest thing that has helped me build like self-confidence was literally action. Like it's doing things that scare you so you can prove to yourself that you're capable of doing it. And I guess like what kind of helped me get over my insecurity of being short is just realizing like, yeah, like I'm short. Like who cares? Like literally, if you don't care and you just accept yourself, like then no one else can use it against you, right? And then I just realized like literally everyone has insecurities. Everyone has like self-limiting beliefs that hold them back from doing what they truly want to do. And I just think, do I want to be the type of person that constantly like shits on themselves, talks about their like worst habits, like their worst traits, and puts themselves in a box where they feel like they aren't capable, and I just realize, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. I can't be that person that shits on themselves. And that's when I realized like I can either let this like hold me back for the rest of my life, or I can just, keep being me and accept myself. And um I've kind of found like since I've been doing what I've been doing, like it hasn't even been a thing anymore. And I see like a lot on the internet, like there's a lot of dudes who are like, "Oh my god, like I'm so short, like I'll never get a girlfriend." This one time I was walking on White Ave, this dude comes up to me, and he's like an Indian guy. He's like, "Yo, bro, what's good, man? I love your TikToks." And then he's like, "Hey, man, you're putting us short kings on, bro." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Like, I guess I'm the representative or whatever." But I just feel like people only care about things as much as you care about them. You know what I mean? Like, you can like insecurity is like an energy, and people can pick up on it, right? And in my personal life, like I've never really had like trouble like with the dating game, and I just think about the dudes that are taller than me, and like they genuinely struggle to talk to women, and they struggle to even have that self-confidence to be themselves or put themselves out there. And I'm just like, it's really just about your own perspective. If you feel like because you're short, you're not going to date anyone, you probably won't. But in my personal life, like I've really just let that, belief go, and it's been great. Like I've talked to girls that are, shorter than me, the same height as me, and taller than me. Like, and I know dudes that are also my height that are pulling like crazy. So but I guess for my universal advice that applies to any insecurity, if it's something you can control, then take the steps to make it better. See, I used to be insecure about, being a little chubby. So I started working out and now I feel better. But if it's something out of your control, like, for me, my height, just accept it and move on and let it go. And I promise you, like, it'll get better. Like, there's more to life than your insecurities, is what I want to say.
Yeah, if you shape your entire identity over your height, over things that you can't control, good luck. You're not going to build your confidence.
Yeah.
But if you shape it around maybe your demeanor, maybe the way you make others feel, or your academics, things that you can actually works towards progressing, then you're going to have better outcomes.
Yeah.
There's so many people that frame their entire lives over a thing they cannot change. Like you can't change your voice.
Literally.
You can't change your height. You can try to change these things, but like that's like surgery. Like you really want to add rods to your bash your knees. That. And like people do undergo that procedure, and it's more like acceptance is the antidote to that too. And it's so powerful.
Yeah, literally. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna give a little personal antidote from my friend group, actually. I have this one friend, he's like 5'10", right? And we went to the club this one time, and like one of our other friends, he's actually really tall. He's like 6'4" or whatever. Anyways, he's making out with some girl. And then I go up to my like friend that's 5'10". I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing, bro? Why aren't you chatting to the ladies? And he's like, dude, it's cause I'm not 6 foot, man. It's like if I was just a little bit taller, if I was 6 foot, if I was 6'2", it'd be so much easier for me. And I'm like, how are you complaining, bro? Look at me, bro. Look at me, bro. And you're still complaining. Like, I don't know. Like, so then it just makes me kind of like frustrated that like, people think because of this specific thing about myself, I will never be able to be in those situations. Like, it's just pathetic. Honestly, I think I have sympathy for those people, but like at the same time, I'm just like, dude, like, you can't keep living your life like this.
I hear that about people who want to do content in Edmonton or like just do something. Yeah, man, Edmonton is just, there's not that many things going on here, you can't really do anything. Like, bro, look at Kempes, like, look at the podcast right now. Look at, like, there's so many, if you look harder, there's people with thousands of followers.
That attitude is what keeps this city boring. The fact that people are like, it's literally, Edmonton has a self-limiting belief on itself as a city. Everyone thinks this city is dead, it's boring. And guess what? Because of that attitude, it always will be. Yeah. But if you go out into the city with the mindset like, hey, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to bring the good vibes. I'm going to bring the energy. I promise you it will come right back.
Exactly. It's, I don't know where it's coming from, but dude, we're recognized like constantly in public. Like, hey, I see you on my For You. Like, it is on the map. Like, people consume what you create if you try. If you put yourself out there, there's so many events that you can attend. There's so many festivals. We had in the summer, there's a Heritage Festival. There's Taste of Edmonton. And Halloween, there's the Deadmonton. There's like probably a bunch of Christmas events. There's something you can do this month. There's so many things. And even like with content, you're making it work. I'm making it work. There's people who are much more successful than us making it work.
Shoddy Mills.
Hey,
shout out Shoddy Mills, bro. He's doing his world tour, bro. That
is he doing a world tour?
No, but I seen him in Calgary. I think he might go to Vancouver. And he's literally selling out shows in Edmonton, bro. Like, really? Hey, shout out Shoddy Mills. He's mad inspirational, man. Like, he's really doing these things. And do you think Shoddy Mills is thinking, Edmonton is so boring? No. Dude, Shoddy has literally, I've seen him make TikToks where he's like, I don't know why people hate on Edmonton so much. It's nice. Edmonton is not that bad of a city. Like,
true.
And you know what? Shout out, She Loves Lil J. Another Edmonton rapper. He's doing his things, bro. You know what I mean? There's creatives in Edmonton, but
they're making it work. And and then we even discussed this prior, is you don't even have to be good at doing your thing. You just have to kind of have
You just have to do
confidence.
it.
You just have
You
to
just
do
have
it.
to do
Over
it, bro.
time,
Like,
you'll get better. But
yeah.
dude, I've met such talented people.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, they're much better than Shoddy Mills and Lil J.
I'm not endorsing that. I'm not endorsing that. They're the best in Edmonton.
They're great. They're great guys. They're great guys. But I can just see this talent in the friend that I have.
Yeah.
Like that they could be a world star. I'm talking about that type of talent.
Yeah, no.
But their confidence is like here.
They're scared.
They're like scared to put themselves out there, and then would be in a gathering, and they wouldn't pitch to other people. They wouldn't want to. They'd be kind of embarrassed to show their music. And I'm like, bro, I listen to your music, just
right
on my own time. Like,
dude,
I
have
like
a friend
it.
like that too.
I love it.
Yeah.
But they're so ashamed of it. And I'm like, bro, if you had the confidence of Lil J and Shoddy Mills, like, bro, you would have 100K on Instagram.
Yeah.
You'd have 1 million streams. Like,
literally.
Truth be told, but it's just, I think a lot of our problems here are in the mind.
It all comes from within, bro. Like, I learned this lesson like the hard way. Like, how you see yourself is how the world will see you. If you like being a loser is a mindset more than anything else. If you feel like you're a bum, if you feel like you have nothing going for you, if you feel like, you're not interesting or special, then your brain is going to collect evidence to prove that to yourself, right? But if you have a mindset where you're like, you know what? People are kind, people are nice. If I put good energy out there, it will come back to me. Then your brain will collect evidence to prove that to yourself. So if you're someone that goes into every interaction finding a reason to be offended, trust me, you are going to be offended. You are going to be miserable. Because I know so many people like that who are always just trying to, paint themselves as the victim and, just never take any accountability for their own actions. And guess what? They're miserable. If you're constantly pointing fingers to everyone else, like that's the reason. That's the reason why this didn't work out for me. That's the reason why I can't get a date. That's the reason why I'm ugly. Then congratulations, you're gonna be stuck in this trap for the rest of your life. Like, it's done.
And people can feel it, right? People.
Yeah.
I've been in just walking around campus because I always have a camera guy when I'm doing the candid interviews I have.
Yeah.
And there's people that just like, filming with you, like, I don't really care about what other people think. Like, to an extent, you have to be respectful.
Yeah,
you have to respect people's boundaries.
Course, yeah.
We don't want to be disrupting classes or anything.
Yeah.
We want to be respectful of people. But like, you don't really, like, we just build on each other and we think that it's funny. I went out with this other friend, and he was just constantly like worrying, like, bro, like, don't approach them. They look busy. Oh, no, don't film there. And it got me anxious. I'm like,
I know.
Wait, like, I would never feel this around my friend Duncan or Kempes, but like, this guy, he was just so hyper aware of everything. Yeah. And like, I felt it. And I'm like, nobody wants to be around.
You out.
Yeah. And then I'm stressed out. Like, imagine if you and I were filming and I'm like, yo, Kempes, like, they're gonna judge you hard, bro. Like, I think I'm scared. Like, I don't wanna film. Are we even allowed to do this? Like, then you're going into it, like, you're already pretty anxious, right? Then I'm making you more anxious. Yeah, literally. But if I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll record. Do you want me to do it from this angle? Yeah. No, I'll probably here, like, us in cab. Like, you're just, I was about to do that, like, stand up and give that motivational speech. We were just talking like it was just us two in the room, versus lots of people would be like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, think about your digital footprint. Like, maybe you get kicked out. Like, dude, like,
they're like, oh my God, there's so many people here. It's embarrassing. And I kind of like that about each other. Like, we really bounce off each other and we push each other to go that mile. Yeah. Because I remember, like, there were times where I'd be telling you, like, yo, like, I don't know if I can do it. And you're like, are you fucking crazy? You're fucking Kempes. You can fucking do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I was shaking you against the wall. Boom, boom.
And then even before that speech, right, you were telling me like, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous. And I was like, hey, man, I promise you go up there, you say your thing. No one's going to care.
No one did care.
Literally. Like, and no one cared, right? But in the moment, you're just like, You're
But-
second guessing it.
But I think people in the comments are like, my gosh, like this is so brave. Like this
Yeah.
is, but it's like, dude, nobody was really paying attention. And like the people that did pay attention, like they got a chuckle out of it. It was like a laugh.
Yeah. Like now at this point, like I don't even see it as because people like always ask me like, how do you get the confidence to do what you do? And now
Yeah.
for me, it's like,
Mhm.
dude, this is just like a Tuesday.
Yeah, no, it's like a Wednesday. It's like just part of the day.
Yeah.
Now, I think initially, like I was like really hyper anxious with everything. Like my heart would race when I'd approach people. Hey, do you want to be interviewed?
Mhm.
There's like, even when we were at WEM, I asked like 10 plus people, guys, if they wanted to be interviewed. They said no. And you know what? Like, yes, it did hurt a little bit, but like, yeah, I'm kind of just used to it. There's like days where it's like 20 people in a row say no. You know what I mean? Or there's just days where it's, you know, the interviews don't go as well. Like you're in your own head, but then you look back on like the resume you have of your the Instagram, the reels, and it's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Like, dude, there's so much positivity. People love this.
Yeah.
Why am I chastising myself? Why am I second guessing everything that I'm doing
Literally.
when it's like,
Yeah.
like people are like, oh, like did you ask people to be filmed all around? And it's like, it's a public space. You know, we've done this, I think, enough times throughout the year. They think if it was a problem with the university, they would have told us by now. You know, we're not. If people asked us to take it down, we would. You know what I mean? We're not like we're just trying to respect people's boundaries and spread positivity. At the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
No, absolutely. I think people are always going to have something to say, whether you do something or whether you don't. And I think that's why it's so important to stay true to yourself and do what you want to do, because all these haters, like the people that are judging you, the critics, they're not you. They don't know what actually makes you happy. They do not care about your life at all. So, and yeah, like some people are just going to shit on you regardless. So that's why you have to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. So what habits or actions help you feel more confident in your social life and creative work?
Oh,
Do you have like a little routine?
Okay, yeah. Okay. If anytime like I'm doing like a TikTok like in public, or I'm like even just in the process of making a TikTok, like I visualize it in my head and I really like sketch it out. Like I plan like a lot of the things I do, because it's like it helps you like mentally prepare. If you know like what you're going for like in your creative work, you kind of have to sketch like an outline. But also in the same regard, like you don't want to be too like restrictive on your creative process, because if you're too restrictive, then I feel like you're not going to get anything done. So it's kind of like finding a balance between, you know, creating like a structure, but also having that structure flexible enough to adapt to whatever comes to your mind, right? And also another thing that really helps me get creative is being bored. You have to be bored as hell in order to actually like spark something. I find days where I'm just like scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, like I'm just consuming. Like there's just so much information coming into my brain, like I can't even come up with any original thoughts myself, right? So anytime where I'm like trying to come up with ideas, like I just really just hone in on like just doing nothing so that something comes to me. And also another thing with creative work is execution. Like you can't delay, because a lot of the times I feel like we fall into this trap where it's like, you know, you want it to be perfect. You want whatever you're working on to be the absolutely best it can be. But because you have such a high standard of perfection, it can often motivate you to not work on something, because you're just like you don't want to do it unless it's perfect. But how do you know if it's going to be perfect if you don't do it?
Yeah, it's like this balance of like, you need to start.
Yeah, you need to start.
Because you, like, how are you gonna be able to take the steps to creating something if you don't start? And you need to make sure you get rid of this idea of perfection.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what even is that? Is that like perfection? Like everything goes right, bro?
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that go wrong
Yeah.
with like, especially
On
the
a daily
creative
basis.
side.
Yeah.
Why do you think this will be any different?
Yeah.
So just post it regardless.
Yeah.
And if like you have to be proud of it too. If you don't put in any effort, if it's just slop, then don't like you gotta strike that balance. And over
Literally.
time, you will get better.
Yeah.
And just stop doubting yourself and stop going for perfection.
Yeah.
Start now. And I like what you said about like being bored too. And it's just you need give yourself some time to think. You need to be able to give yourself the bandwidth to kind of just, like, who am I? What am I doing this for? What videos speak to me?
Mm-hmm.
And then I also, I don't know about you, I watch all my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times, actually.
Yeah. No, like right after I post, like I watch it like a couple times because I'm just thinking like.
I'm thinking like, what would, like, let's say I'm like a random person and I'm like, and I'm just watching
I do
this.
the same thing.
And I'm like, like, am I gonna like want to skip it? Am I gonna want to fast forward? I'm like, what am I taking out of this?
Yeah.
I'm like, like this guy is doing snow and angels as soon as it snowed. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, or wow, like I want to do that too. Like I want to see videos like that on my feed.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that I won't consume, then I won't post it. But it's something that I would actually watch. Like this podcast, I would listen to I listen to all my shows, all my episodes. I watch all my stuff.
Yeah, man.
It's because
you put a lot of time and effort and work into everything that you do. And like, I can relate to you on that in the way where it's like, when you really, make something that you're proud of, like, bro, you will watch it back.
Yeah. Like even the dance videos we did in WAM, dude, I watched that 30 times. Seriously. Like, I watched the Flintstones one we did, like the running video.
Oh, that was so funny.
I watched that, the ledge one we did with like that dance I'm like if I could either watch that and cringe and go, oh, I don't like this. And then like every time somebody showed it to me, I get like a visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Or like when someone shows me, haha, that's funny. I love it.
Yeah.
Because like when you show people their own stuff, like their own voice or like their own picture, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I look so ugly, bro." I was just at the gym actually. Actually, it's a mutual friend. I don't want to disclose him.
Abuka.
But
hey, shout out to Abuka.
I posted a video of him or a picture, and he's looking huge.
Yeah, I know.
This guy is like
he was mogging you, bro. I gotta be honest.
He's mogging me, and then he messaged me. He's like, "Oh man, I'm looking mischievous. I should have just done this. I should have worn the tank top and this." I'm like, "Bro, you are mischievously handsome. You're built. You're like the biggest guy in the gym.
He's a sexy guy, man."
And I don't know. I feel like this guy is like the biggest guy in the gym, bro.
And he's still second guessing.
Yeah, and he's
his
second
own
guessing
photo of himself. You know.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, if I was a buka man, dude, I'd be. Dude, who knows what I do to myself?
Let's not even get in there.
Sorry,
but I fully agree.
Ibuka, if you're listening, man, you are an absolute beauty. And Kempes and I, we'd happily take you out.
No, I want him all to myself.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, maybe on Saturdays I can take Ibuka.
Okay, we'll work something out. We'll schedule the time.
Guys, if you guys see this guy at the Van Vliet complex, he's the biggest guy there. It's hard to miss him. That's all I have to say.
Shout out to Buka.
But if someone is listening that feels insecure or stuck right now, what's the first step they can take today?
I guess for me, with my personal journey, was acknowledging what I was insecure about. So when I was chubby, I acknowledged that, I was on the fluffy side, and then I thought, like, okay, what are the next steps? Like, can I do something to actually change this, right? So, and yeah, I can go to the gym, I can work out, and I can change it. And literally that's what I did. So there's literally, I think, two types of insecurities. Insecurities you can change, and insecurities that you can't change. If it's an insecurity you can change, find the steps to work on it. Like, it's that simple. Like, we all have the internet at our fingertips at any moment's notice. If there's something you want to change, bro, like, you can do it. Like, 100% you can do it, right? And then there's insecurities that you can't change. And if it's something you can't change, like, you know, my height, you know, being 6 foot, it's such a struggle, you know, being so short. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, like I kind of realized, okay, this is something that I can't change. So why would I, you know, shit on myself for it? There's no point. And, you know, like once I accepted it and I just realized like, yeah, like, you know what, it's whatever. Like, I'm short. Some people are tall. Some people are fat. Some people are skinny. Some people are ripped. Like, we all have different aspects of ourselves, right? And there's no point in letting you hold yourself back, because I've met like a lot of dudes that are my height, never had a girlfriend, never had a talking stage, and they just think like, yeah, like that's never gonna happen to me. And the only reason why they think that is because they think like they're not capable of it, and like, you know, it's not possible for them. So if you think you can't do something, even if you can do it, you won't be able to do it. So yeah, my advice for handling insecurities is, if it's something you can change, take the steps to change it. If it's something you can't change, it's hard, it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a challenge, but after a certain point, you have to love yourself and you have to accept yourself, because it's so much easier to fucking think you're a bad person and, you know, hate on yourself for all the things that, you know, you can't control, for the things that you're insecure about. What's actually difficult is accepting it and loving yourself and being your own biggest cheerleader. So I challenge everyone that is listening to this right now or watching this right now. I want you to name one trait about yourself that you're happy about. Like, genuinely think, what is something about yourself that you like? And then just keep stacking it. Be grateful for what you have. I'm gonna say this right now. There's kids in Gaza that are still getting bombed and starved as we speak. You know, the fact that we can just be sitting here having this chat with this water in front of us, like, we are in such an immense spot of privilege. And you need to remember, like, you know, you think your life is bad. No, it could always be a lot worse. And that's not to discredit your struggles, because obviously we all have struggles. But what I'm trying to say is, be happy for what you have, because you never know when it'll leave.
Yeah. You got to appreciate the things that you have right now, because life isn't permanent. You know, the things that you have, your family members, the good health that you have, it is fleeting. You know, your family members die, you can get sick, and it's good to appreciate the privilege that you have right now, to have the conversations with your loved ones, to hit the gym, to listen to this podcast. There's people out there in war. Their family members are at risk, in danger, and it's best to just have some gratitude for what you have right now and work towards becoming the best version of yourself, in hopes that you can get the bandwidth to be able to help other people in need. Because I feel like we get so caught up in our own shit that we forget that, bro, there's other people out there, and you're not the main character.
Yeah.
You know,
no one is.
But you can foster change. But at first, it starts with yourself. First, it starts from within, and stop being so fucking insecure. You know,
Yeah.
it's not
Love
that
yourself,
easy.
bro.
It's not that easy, but you need to be able to build that person, that best version of yourself, which it's in there. You know, you can actively work towards it. And there's going to be setbacks.
Yeah.
But you need
definitely.
to be able to keep on going, because you matter.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, dude, life is uncontrollable. It's unpredictable. Like, you never know what's going to happen next. So that's why, like, you know, be present in the moment, enjoy what you have, be grateful, and love yourself and accept yourself. Yeah.
And yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on the long-term podcast.
You know, it's always a pleasure,
Yeah.
my boy.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
You know how we do it.
Guys, I met
Yeah.
Kempes this year, actually, and he's like one of my closest friends now.
Yeah.
Definitely, dude, like Evan, like we've talked so much now, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy
Literally.
how much I've gotten to know you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
Like it's,
This is
you
wild, bro.
got
Like,
you got to meet a bunch of my friends, family
Yeah.
now. You've been on the show twice now.
yeah.
We've done like
Yeah, you've met my friends too.
yeah.
Crazy.
The picnic is crazy. I got nothing but great things to say about you, man.
You too, man.
And,
You are
yeah.
like way more hard of a worker than I could ever be, bro. Like the grind you be putting in just with
Bro.
everything, bro. Like this guy's locked in on his diet, on his fitness, on the content. I don't know about school, but like,
Oh, dude, school's been taking a little bit of a backseat. But hey, I get a 3.3.
That's solid. No, that's good.
I think I might end this
Yeah.
semester with like a 3.5, I think.
Yeah.
Granted, that's if I study tonight, which I will. You ever see those memes where it's like,
Yeah.
and then he went home and
They didn't do shit.
study. Hey guys, I gotta
Yeah.
study.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to
Yeah,
be able to
for
get to meet
sure.
you, and it's
Nah, and
amazing seeing you grow.
we've grown so much like since
Yeah, bro.
that first time, bro. I think that first time that I was on the pod, like that was probably when I was at like less than 1,000. Like
Yeah, no, dude, I
Yeah.
think you were just around 1,000, and that
yeah,
was when
I was at like 800 or so.
and like people didn't really like people were just like hating on you,
Yeah,
you know.
a lot
like
of haters.
now kind of the haters, I don't really see them on Reddit anymore, dude. I put
Mhm.
like I kind of scour Reddit, man. I look for the haters and I try to defend
yeah.
you. I don't
Yeah.
see them as much anymore because
Yeah.
I looked through all your comments. I'm
Yeah.
a #1 fan, man. Like I watch all your videos, bro.
Dude,
Not
thank
just-
you, man.
Not just once, like twice,
Yeah.
3 times sometimes.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. You
Yeah.
always say that. I'm just like, damn,
Yeah.
like, I'm
And
not that cool, bro.
I think
Yeah.
he's cool, guys. I watch
Yeah.
all his stuff and I comment too. You always see me in the
Yeah.
comments.
Dude, I try and comment on all of yours.
No,
but,
that's
like,
all right.
Dude, sometimes I'm just lazy.
Yeah,
But,
dude,
like,
that's all right.
regardless,
I
man,
do.
I support every step
Yeah,
that
thank
you
you.
make.
I do post like 3 a day, so it's
Yeah.
hard to like. Plus, I on my fitness account, I post like 1 a day.
Yeah.
You know, and like multiple things on my story. It's hard to keep up. I don't expect people to actually like consume everything because unless you're just like a bum, you know, you probably don't you don't have time to
Yeah.
watch all the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
You know, like, but if it speaks to you, like, I'm sure a lot of U of A students will be listening to this.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in Edmonton, so it's great to
Shout out
Yeah.
University of Alberta. Shout out Edmonton.
Sherwood Park, St. Albert. What other
Scotty Mills.
Cal-
He loves Lil J.
Calgary,
Ebuka. Vancouver.
Dobby,
Dobby. Yeah.
Laksh Chopra,
Hey, Lax the goat.
Yeah.
Lax Chopra, the accounting goat.
Faisal,
Basil.
yeah.
Basil.
Who
That's
else?
my boy.
Perez.
Perez. Hey, I love
Jordan,
Perez.
Jordan from Smart Anxiety.
Smart Anxiety.
Yeah, who else? Who else we should know?
Shout out my mom.
Shout out my parents, my dad, tatay,
Shout out
nanay.
my brother.
Yeah, shout out to the fam. We wouldn't be where we are without you guys, the friends, family. But yeah, and yes, let's wrap this up.
All right. Wonderful.
As always, to everyone listening, there is a place for you in this chaotic world. Never lose hope, strengthen your faith, and keep it long term. Kempes Pandey, everyone.
Admin Villa.
This is only the beginning.
That was tough.
That was tough.
Damn.
That was good, man.
Okay, we did our thing.